Good morning, money magnets. It's so good to see you again. We have a new week of trading, and right now you're looking at a weekly chart of futures. Now, similar to what I said about the SPY having a doji candle on the weekly chart, future has a doji candle on the weekly chart, and what comes next should not be more choppy. The odds of a choppy week this week is a lot lower than last week. So let's put it behind us and let's see what this week brings for us. We go down to a daily chart. We can see that currently futures bounce off one of my Fibonacci levels at 62.59. If there is bullish follow through today, the next resistance level is at 62.94. And once again, if it clears, I'm going to favor we go hit the 63.15 level, but also I have a sell zone up here at 63.33 and 63.35. That was the all-time pivot high. Tough sell zone in that area. There's a very, very good chance that we can break it through if it gets tested again. Because like I said earlier, I'm not expecting a choppy week this week, especially with CPI tomorrow. CPI does get reported tomorrow. However, if the chop ends and is going to be bearish, right now we see that there is buying pressure at the 62.59 level. While the 62.94 level is resistant, if that level ends up defending and it breaks down 62.59, I am expecting a very nice drop to the downside. 62.27, 6200 or lower would be in play. So if my theory is correct and we do not have a choppy week like we did last week, we should get a very nice move this week. So definitely watch these pivot levels and be ready to secure your profit level to level style. And any home run move that you want to go for, do it with your runners. Now moving on to the NASDAQ, you can see that the NASDAQ is also bouncing off one of my fib levels around the 61.8 fib level at 22,800. 22,800, and it bounced and is currently above another fib level I have at 22,859. As long as above, I have a target at 22,934 and a gap fill level around 22,956. If we are to bounce and be bullish to head back up to all-time highs, 22,934 is the level that must clear, and also we'll have to do more than a gap fill and break through that level 22,959 to head back up to 23,018. And then I do have all-time pivot high around 23,111. That's also one of my fib levels. So it would be in play if we can stay above 22,859 and clear 22,934 as well as clear 22,959 to get us back to the upside. If we are to be bearish, 22,859 and especially 22,800 must break down. So if last week's chop ends this week, those are the levels that must fail. 22,859, 22,800, and I do have one at 22,758. Those levels fail. Uncle Charters is in bear mode. Here is the gold. Now the gold got a nice bounce. It recaptured the 50 DMA last Thursday. It recaptured a fib level last Friday, and it just hit the next fib level that I had around 33.74. Getting some selling pressure there already. If we are to get more upside, 33.74 must clear to send us all the way up to 33.98 or higher. Possibly back into the 34.50 area as well. But 33.74 must clear first. If we are to break back down, I would look at this pivot high from July 3rd. That pivot high is around 33.65. If we break down that level, which we're trying to do now, there's a good chance we go hit support at 33.53, and below 33.53 I would favor more downside, possibly all the way back down. Where's that 20? The 20 DMA is at 33.44. So there's a good chance we back test that, and if we lose the 20 DMA, that would be kind of bearish, a false breakout setup, and that should put 33.25 or lower back in play. So watch that 20 DMA. Above it, bulls have a shot at more upside, but they'll need to clear resistance. But if we lose that 20 DMA as support, it's a good chance we're heading back down. So that's what I have for you guys this morning. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate y'all. Good luck this morning. Remember, we had a bunch of dojis on multiple ticker symbols on the weekly chart, and if you check the weekly chart, those dojis don't come often. So I'm expecting volatility this week. It's not guaranteed Uncle's going to be right, but fingers crossed that I am, because if I am, it's going to benefit all of us. Peace.